listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ken Lawler, and I am the developer of the LOZ app. Welcome to the LOZ Podcast Network, where we do different podcasts with all kinds of businesses and faces of Lake of the Ozarks. And today we have another edition of our Lake Charity Champions, and that's where we talk to different charity organizations around the Lake of the Ozarks, people who are helping people who are just going all out to help families and individuals with different things in their lives. And we're really excited today because we're talking to Kids Harbor and Cara Gerdiman, who's the director for Kids Harbor. Cara, how are you today?
I'm great. Hi, Ken. Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, it's awesome to have you. You guys do so much around the lake. I mean, you have a great presence going on in all the different things that we see at the lake. And I know you help a ton of families, a ton of kids. And I want you just to talk a little bit, give our viewers a little bit about what's the mission of Kids Harbor.
Sure. So Kids Harbor's mission is to provide coordinated response, healing, and prevention of child abuse. We've been here since 2001, and we serve 10 counties across the lake and just in our general community.
That's awesome. And what kind of services do you provide for those people?
Sure. So we're both a place and a process. As a place, we're a safe, child-friendly setting where kids can come talk about abuse that they may have experienced and heal from that abuse through a forensic interview, counseling, advocacy, and a forensic medical exam. As a process, we bring together law enforcement, children's division, juvenile officers, prosecutors, medical and mental health providers, all of those entities charged with the investigation of a child abuse case. Instead of children having to go from place to place to place to talk about what they have experienced, they can come to Kids Harbor. They talk to a specially trained forensic interviewer who is getting the information that all of those team members, those law enforcement, and those people that are charged with the investigation of that case, that interviewer is getting that information through a developmentally appropriate, non-leading, non-suggestive manner, and getting the information that all of those team members need to complete their investigation. And we're all working together instead of having kids go to each one of those places and be interviewed multiple times in places that are designed for adults. They're coming to Kids Harbor. We're hopefully minimizing the number of times that they're talking about what happened, and thereby minimizing any additional trauma that could be caused by those additional interviews.
Wow, that's interesting. So you really are providing a safe space for these kids to come in and really trying to make it so that maybe they get their whole story out one time to the right appropriate manner so that they don't have to tell it again and again and again in different formats. And that I can see how that would affect maybe lessening the trauma a little bit for them to not have to constantly be going over it, 10 or 20 times with different individuals in different places.
Absolutely. And it doesn't prevent the child from having to testify in court, because oftentimes kids still do have to testify in court, but we're minimizing that number of times and places that they have to testify. And then we can provide support through that court process as well if they are going to have to testify, and help them get ready for court and be there alongside of them and their safe caregivers if they're going to testify.
No, that's awesome. Let's talk a little bit about some of the different events that you guys put on. I know Power Play Goals for Kids. Tell me about that event, because that seems like that's something that's pretty cool.
So last year, we were chosen as one of 4 organizations to compete in Ameren, Missouri, and the St. Louis Blues Power Play Goal for Kids contest. And what happened is that for every power play goal that the St. Louis Blues scored during the regular season, Ameren donates $500. And the charity that got the most online votes between December 1st and January 31st would win that pot of money at the end of the season. We also got to go, because we were the winners of that. As you can see from the picture, we got to go to the Enterprise Center at the last home game of the season and be recognized as the winning organization for that event. And we also got Ameren, Missouri's box seats for the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Enjoy the game there. And so it's a testament to our community. We were paired against 3 organizations from the St. Louis area, And, we were all out there trying to drum up votes for our organization. And those other organizations were great community-based organizations as well. But our community came through big for Kids Harbor, and they were out there and they were voting every day. We had some of our supporters that were reminding all of their friends on social media, hey, go vote. And I can't tell you how many people I would have that would tell me after January 31st, they didn't know what to do with themselves first thing in the morning, morning first thing and clicking that vote. So
That is awesome. And it's a
yeah.
testament. It's a testament to the, to the lake community, because you've got, St. Louis is a big city and there's a lot of people and a lot of stuff going on. So for the Lake of the Ozarks, this little place, in the middle of the state, to compete on that really shows, it shows me the giving nature of the lake area, for one, but also the reach that you guys have, and how you get out the word and really develop a message that can get out to the public. And that's pretty cool. Now I'm a foodie and I love barbecue. So, the annual barbecue bash, that for me is kind of a highlight of the year. So tell us a little bit about that event.
So Kids Harbor's annual barbecue bash is held the last Saturday of the month of April. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. So we really try to shine a light on child abuse prevention and recognizing and building a strong supportive community of child abuse prevention. And through that, we have an event. It's the barbecue bash. We have amateur barbecue enthusiasts that come together and they sign up. We have several different categories. We always have a pulled pork category, a barbecue sauce. Last year we did baked beans, and then we also have a mystery challenge. And the competitors who sign up for the mystery challenge have no idea what they're going to be cooking until they go to pick up the meat the week of the event. And so the first year, I think we had brisket. One year we had ribs. And then this past year we had beef shank, I think is what it was.
Okay.
And
yeah. Ossobuco. Yes. I love that.
That threw some of our competitors for a loop. They weren't sure what to expect, but let me tell you that event, you are not going to walk away hungry. We have, not only do we have our competitors who are cooking great barbecue and sides, we also have lots of area restaurants who provide sides for us. So you're getting a full meal, and we have great music throughout the day. This year we will have, and this is, I think, one of the first times we are announcing this, we'll have Jacob Smalley and Morgan County Line that'll be playing for us for the event. So we're really excited to have them.
Oh, that's cool. That's neat. And that's something that's going to be brand new for this year?
Yep. We've had the iBerries in the past, and this year we're having Jacob Smalley and Morgan County Line. And we always host the event at High Tide. And the folks at Redhead and High Tide and Elmo and his crew out there take such good care of us, and make this such an outstanding event and so much fun. It's just a fun afternoon of food and music.
Yeah, and then that really is kind of cool, because it's an event. You're trying to raise money, you're trying to do stuff, but you're making it fun for the people that attend. It's really something that is a go-to event, and it's so cool. As well as I do. I mean, the lake area, as far as charity and giving goes, is got to be ranked in one of the top in the nation, because there's so many organizations that are based at the lake that are helping people. And I'm sure from your standpoint, as you're competing for all of those different community dollars that are coming in, you have to make it fun. You have to make it something that people want to go to. Everybody wants to go and give, but if you can also hear some great music and have some great food, it just lends itself to a better atmosphere.
Absolutely. And while we do compete against a lot of other organizations at the lake for those dollars and during these events and things, this lake community is incredible in supporting all of us. And most of those other organizations, we're working with them on a daily basis, helping them out with a need, or they're helping us out with a need. And we collaborate and work together. And I think that's what makes that's just another piece of what makes this community so beautiful is the way everybody comes together and works so well together to create safer spaces and to support those that are in need.
Yeah, that's so cool. So looking ahead to 2025, I know we got the new band that's coming for the bash. Any other things that are happening in 2025 that are on the horizon you want to talk about?
So a couple of years ago, Kellysport came alongside us, and they have their annual Kellysport Gala, which is just a fantastic event that they do at 1932 Reserve. And, they have a beautiful dinner with chefs competing for the best dish. And again, it's another event that you'll not go away hungry. It's just a beautiful night and just a fantastic event with live music. And that's in July. It's July 25th, and Kellysport sends out invitations, and it's just a great event to be a part of. And then also Lake of the Ozarks Marine Dealers Association hosts boat shows throughout the year, and those events benefit us as well.
Yeah,
So
the Lambda events are really cool. We're actually the official app of the Lambda Boat Show. So those are huge events, and I mean, you talk about a frenzy of. It's so funny because these boat shows happen in the middle of winter, and you're thinking, no, what are people thinking about in the middle of winter? I mean, it's like a precursor to the summer as far as a party atmosphere, a fun atmosphere. People go to these shows and they get so ready to go boating again, and there's so much happening at those shows, and Lambda does an unbelievable job of putting those on. So that's really cool that you're affiliated with them on that as well.
Yeah, I mean, we could not do the work that we do without the support of this amazing community, and Lambda and Kellysport and so many others that support us every single day in what we're doing.
So let's talk about, okay, how do people volunteer? So, I mean, I want to get involved with Kids Harbor. I want to help work an event. What happens? How do people contact you to volunteer for different events and things?
So you can go to our website and go to the volunteer page, and there's a volunteer application to complete, and we will contact you and schedule an interview to talk with you and figure out more about what it is you might be interested in doing. Our volunteers do lots of different things, anything from helping to answer the phones, because some days that's what we need is somebody to answer the phones and the doors to let people in and out and get them to, waiting areas or wherever they need to be, because we're busy providing services to families. Sometimes that's also that they're entering information into our database or watching kids so that the safe caregivers can go talk with those investigating team members, and we can figure out what's going on to make sure that the families are feeling safe and they have the support and services that they need to be okay and to support their kids. Because we know through research that in order for kids to be supported and to heal from trauma, they have to have a supportive caregiver. So we want to make sure that that caregiver is supported and that we can do what we can to minimize any trauma that caregiver is feeling and help them deal with that trauma as well.
Well, that's so cool. And we have the kidsharbor.org, and I know that if somebody goes there, they can donate too, right? I mean, you can donate right through the website.
Absolutely.
And you have several different ways people can donate, right? I mean, there's time, there's money, there's tax credits, there's all kinds of stuff, right?
Absolutely. So people can donate their time. We were talking about volunteers. Our board of directors is a volunteer board of directors. They donate their time in a lot of different ways to make sure that the organization runs smoothly. Individuals can make a donation, either a one-time donation, or they can make a ongoing reoccurring monthly donation to help support our services right through our website. It's a simple and easy process, and that money helps go toward direct services to ensure that kids are getting the counseling, or we can provide the prevention education in our community to keep kids safe.
Yeah, that's awesome. And everybody that's in the app and watching this podcast, the one thing that I think the lake does better than anyone else is they find a way to make it happen. So, I mean, if there's a call out and there's a need, the lake area responds. And I say the lake area, but it's truly even, we like to think, well, there's full timers and then there's, the tourists and then there's part timers. But the part timers and the tourists, they really do add to what we're able to do in that community. A lot of dollars come in from people who don't necessarily live there full time. And I think that's what makes it great is that, you have people that are spending 3-4 months a year there, but they're donating as if they were there all the time. And I know you see that in the different events that you're working with as well.
Oh, absolutely. You see that every day, whether you're out in the community and at an event or, just even at the store and seeing people and talking to people. If I have a Kids Harbor t-shirt on or something, my name tag, and I know the rest of our staff and team sees that as well, that, people are very supportive and they want to help us out. And that's also evidenced by, the number of people that follow our Facebook page or Instagram through our social media. And they, we often put out a wish list of we need, it feels like we need individually wrapped snacks and drinks a lot.
Right.
And, I don't function well when I'm hungry. So making sure that kids aren't hungry when they're here and even their caregivers and having a snack, and even our law enforcement and children's division team members, when they're here and they're watching a forensic interview, they're so busy out in the community dealing with the community's needs every single day that when they're sitting down watching a forensic interview, maybe the only time in the day that they have a chance to get a drink or have a snack. So trying to have something on hand for them and be supportive of them as well.
Well, that's awesome. And like I said, we encourage everyone who's watching this podcast, anyone who's in the LOZ app and looking at different charities. That's the other thing is people can find you in the LOZ app. You have a page in our charity section and talks about everything that you guys do. They can contact you through there. I think we even have a donate button in there so they can go straight to your donations. And, for anyone out there who's looking for a way to get involved, Kids Harbor is really a charity that you need to look at. And whether that's giving your time or giving your money or giving, talking about it at your different groups, that this is the kind of charity that you want to get behind. And so hopefully we can help you guys, we can help promote and get you guys the things you need by being in the LOZ app, by being on the LOZ app podcast network. And you guys are certainly a Lake charity champion. So I just want to, thank you for coming on today and talking about Kids Harbor and everything that you guys are doing. And don't forget, everyone, you can download the LOZ app if you're catching this on YouTube. You can go to any of the Apple stores or the Google store and download the LOZ app, and you'll have all the information for Kids Harbor and all the charities at the lake, as well as all kinds of different information we provide in there. But Cara, thanks so much today for joining us. And we are really big supporters of Kids Harbor, and we're going to catch up with you as we get closer to the summer, and we'll do another one of these and kind of get an update on what's going on.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ken, for having me. This has been a great opportunity, and we're so thankful for you and the LOZ app and all your support.
Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.